Fewer than half the beaches in Los Cabos are safe to swim from, and the famous resorts are mostly on the wrong ones. Number 10. Rio Santa Fe. 10 pools, 5 of them with swim-up bars, 12 restaurants, a water park, a kids club running alongside adult party programming, and a rate that makes the rest of this list look reckless. It is loud. That is not a complaint. It is the specification. So skip it if you want a quiet week or anything approaching boutique. And if you do book, take the sea view. The garden view doubles are a meaningful drop for very little saving. Book it if you are traveling as a group, you want the water and the pools, and you do not want to argue about the bill. Because here is what actually earns it the spot. It sits on Médano Beach, the calm, protected, genuinely swimmable one, and that alone puts it ahead of resorts charging 4 times as much. Number 9 is the most photographed resort in Cabo, and one of the least swimmable. Sandos Finisterra sits on the cliffs at Land's End, with a 360-degree view over El Arco, a short walk from the marina, and it has been a landmark wedding venue here for decades. Don Diego for the buffet, Emiliano's Osteria for the Italian evenings, Agave for Mexican, and a swim-up bar under the palapa. But the sea below is Riptide water, and you cannot swim in it, and the standard junior suites are showing their age in a way the Finisterra suites are not. Book it for the view and the walk into town. Skip it if you came to get in the ocean. Number 8, and this is where the all-inclusive part stops being automatic. Hard Rock Hotel Los Cabos is a strong resort, Chow for Italian, Zen for sushi, Ipanema for Brazilian rodizio, 8 venues in all, and the music theming is done properly rather than as wallpaper. 2 things you need to know before you click book. It sells a resort credit rate alongside the all-inclusive one, so it is entirely possible to book this hotel and discover your meals are not included. And the resort states plainly on its own site that the currents make swimming unsafe for even strong swimmers. Take it if you want the brand and the pools, just take the right rate and take it knowing the sea is scenery here. Number 7. Rio Palace Cabo San Lucas, 7 restaurants, a freshwater infinity pool, the splash water park, and swim-up junior suites. Where it loses to the resorts above it is Polish. This is a well-run volume operation rather than a hotel anyone will describe as beautiful, and it is priced like a mid-market resort rather than a luxury one, which is the honest framing. There is also a trap in the naming. There are 2 Rio Palace properties in Cabo, and the other one, Baja California, is adults only. Book the wrong one with children, and the holiday is over at reception. Get that right, and this is the sensible family choice in the destination, because it is on Médano too, it is swimmable, and it is the step up from its sister at number 10 in almost every way that shows. This is Luxury Escape Guides. From here up, the resorts get genuinely expensive, so the question stops being which is nicest and starts being what you are actually paying for. Number 6. Breathless Cabo San Lucas. Spumante for Italian, kibbeh for Lebanese, fishnets for seafood and steak, ocote for modern Mexican if you are in the Halley Club tier, and a rooftop lounge that fills up after dark. It is designed to be social, and it delivers that, so if your idea of luxury is silence, you will hate it by the second evening. The Base Allure suite is also an ordinary hotel room. Every photograph that sold you on this place was taken in Hale Club inventory, so book that tier or book somewhere else. Get those 2 calls right, and it solves the problem that defines this whole destination. It is genuinely adults only, it is on swimmable Médano Beach, and it is walking distance from the marina's bars and restaurants. Nothing else in Cabo does all 3. Number 5. Secrets Puerto Los Cabos, over on the San Jose del Cabo side, 10 to 15 minutes from the airport, with 500 suites and preferred club, oceanfront, and swim-out categories above the entry junior suites. The listing language says beachfront, and that is true. What it does not say is that the water here is steep, heavy, and usually unswimmable. There is a protected stretch about a mile's walk away and a beach club shuttle, so if you pictured stepping off a lounger into the sea, this is not the resort for that. Book it anyway if you play golf, because it is surrounded by championship courses, and golf bundled into an all-inclusive at this standard is rare enough to be the entire reason you choose it. Number 4 is the most popular resort in Los Cabos by some distance, and the one with the biggest gap between what people expect and what they get. Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos runs 591 suites, 8 places to eat including Bon Vivant for French and Dozo for Japanese, the largest gym in the destination, a spa with 15 treatment rooms, nightly theater, and a children's pool with slides that makes it the default family answer here. It is genuinely excellent at what it does. Its beach is not swimmable, and the nearest safe swimming is a 5-minute drive away at Costa Azul. That is the single most useful sentence in this video, because more people book this resort than any other in Cabo, and a good number of them find that out on arrival. Book it for the resort. Do not book it for the sea. Number 3. Paradisus Los Cabos, 15 to 20 minutes from the airport, and it is now adults only across the whole property rather than just in one wing. The trap here is the one that catches everybody who books this on a discount site. The standard categories do not include reserve access, and the marketing photography blends the two freely, so book the reserve or accept that you are booking a different hotel. Skip it altogether if you want the marina and the noise. Book it properly though, and it is the quiet answer to everything above. The reserve gives you its own pool, its own restaurant access, butler service and swim-up suites, Sante looking out over the Sea of Cortez with reserve guests getting first call on it, and underneath all of it, one of the corridor's confirmed swimmable beaches. Number 2. Blanc Spa Resort Los Cabos, and on nearly every ranking you will find, this is number 1. It has earned that reputation honestly. Butler service in every room category, rather than only at the top, 24-hour in-room dining, hydrotherapy included, and the shortest transfer of the premium properties at around 10 minutes from the airport. It is the most photographed all-inclusive in Cabo, and its guests will tell you, repeatedly and with some feeling, that you are not allowed to swim at its beach. That is a strange thing to be paying the top rate in the destination for, and it is why it is second. 9 in, 1 to go. Which of them would you actually spend the week at? Comments before the reveal. Number 1. Velas Boutique Los Cabos. 79 suites, all of them over 800 square feet, opened at the end of 2023 as a separate adults-only property beside the larger family Grand Velas. There is a 2-level heated infinity pool, private plunge pools on the terraces, and a scale small enough that the service is actually personal. The food is why it wins. Loto Robata Grill sits on the property under a chef who holds 2 Michelin stars elsewhere, and staying here puts the sister resort's kitchens within reach, including Cocina de Autor, which took a Michelin star in Mexico's first guide. Check what your specific rate covers before you book, because access and inclusion are not the same thing. To be fair to Blanc, it has years of consistency behind it, and Grand Velas Boutique is still young. And to be fair to both, neither has a swimmable beach. That is the one thing money cannot fix here. But if you are paying this much for a week, a kitchen operating at that level is a better use of it than a longer butler list. And that is why the resort everyone calls Cabo's best is no longer the one I would book first. So how does that become a booking? Swimming matters most. Breathless or Paradisus? Food above all, Grand Velas Boutique. Family, Hyatt Ziva or Rio Palace. Golf, Secrets Puerto. Then 3 rules that beat the ranking. First, the beach flags, and this is the one to write down. Only about 4 out of 10 Los Cabos beaches are considered swimmable. The safe ones cluster around Médano in town and the Chileno, Santa Maria, and Palmilla stretch of the corridor. Everything on the Pacific side is scenery. Check the flag every single day because it changes. Second, timing. Whales run from the middle of December to the middle of April, and that is the best time to be here. Hurricane season is May to November, with September the riskiest and also the cheapest, so that month is a real decision rather than a warning. Third, if a resort offers you a presentation about ownership at check-in, a polite no ends it. And it is worth knowing which properties do that before you arrive, rather than at 8 in the morning on day 1. One more thing worth having on your radar. The first ever all-inclusive Grand Hyatt opens here in December, and we will rank it once it has a season behind it. Every resort in this ranking, with its booking page, is in the description. We redo Los Cabos every year, so subscribe if this trip is on the calendar. And if you have stayed at any of these 10, tell me in the comments whether the beach matched what you were sold.